In the far edge of explored space, humans lived with many alien worlds in uneasy peace. No one expected this peace to break, and no one expected humans to become the target of a sudden and strange threat. Yet the signs began quietly, like small storms gathering far from home. Trade routes went silent. Scout ships sent warnings of strange shadows moving across star fields. And then, without a clear reason, a powerful alien empire known as the Vorak moved toward human borders with heavy war fleets. Most believed the Vorak attacked only for land or resources. But this time, something felt different. Their ships flew in tight lines, their signals dark and cold. They ignored all calls for peace. They did not send demands. They simply advanced. In the center of their fleet, hidden behind thick shields, they carried something feared even by their own people. A living weapon known as a Titan beast. It was said to be the fiercest monster in the galaxy, strong enough to destroy cities with a single strike and loyal only to its beast master. On a human research station near the border, people watched the sky change from calm to danger. Soldiers prepared defenses. Civilians searched for hope, and among them was a young man named Ryan. He was not a soldier, not a leader, not anyone of great power. He worked with alien wildlife, studying their behavior. His friends joked he could calm any creature, but even Ryan did not believe that fully. He lived a simple life, far from war. Yet fate often chooses the quiet ones. When the Vorak fleets arrived, the human station shook under the thunder of distant weapons. Ryan felt fear like everyone else, but he also felt something strange, an echo in the air, a deep call like a heartbeat pulsing through metal walls. He did not understand it, but it pulled him toward the observation deck. There, through the shielded glass, he saw the Titan beast for the first time. It was massive, larger than any creature he had ever studied. Its scales looked like dark stone and burning metal. Its eyes glowed gold, wild and filled with rage. Chains of energy held it, and beside it stood the beast master, wrapped in armor and shadows. The Vorak believed this monster would break human defenses in minutes. Many feared the same, but Ryan did not move from the window. He felt no cold fear. Instead, he felt a strange warmth, like something inside the creature reached for him. He whispered without thinking, as if speaking to an old friend he never met. "You don't want this." The attack began. Vorak weapons hit the station. Lights flickered. Walls shook. Soldiers ran through halls, shouting orders. Alarms screamed across every deck. And then, with a single command, the Beast Master released the Titan beast onto the battlefield. Even from far away, Ryan could feel its roar. It tore through heavy barriers and crushed metal platforms. Human ships fired, but their shots only slowed it. Every step of the creature sent shockwaves through the ground. It seemed unstoppable, a nightmare given form, but something strange happened. When the beast turned toward the research station, Ryan felt the echo again, stronger now, almost painful. The creature looked up, its golden eyes meeting his through layers of glass and metal. For a moment, the battle around it seemed distant. The air felt still. Ryan did not know why, but he ran. While everyone else escaped to shelters, he rushed toward the docking bay. His mind told him he was foolish, but something deeper guided him. He felt a connection he could not explain. Maybe it was madness, maybe destiny. But he kept moving. Outside, the Titan beast reached the station walls. Instead of destroying it, the creature paused. Its claws scraped the surface, not in attack, but in confusion. The Beastmaster shouted commands, but the monster ignored them. It smelled something familiar, something gentle, something that called to it more than war. When Ryan stepped out onto the open platform, soldiers shouted at him to go back. They warned him he would die, but the beast lowered its head, breathing slowly. Ryan walked forward, his hands trembling, yet his eyes calm. "It's okay," he said, voice soft. "You're not a weapon, you're just scared." The Beastmaster screamed in fury. The Vorak forces pushed closer. But none of that mattered because the Titan beast, the terror of a dozen galaxies, slowly lowered its huge body to the ground before Ryan. It waited as if hoping for something. Ryan reached out and placed his hand gently on its head. Warmth, peace. The monster relaxed under his touch, its anger melting away like ice in sunlight. Soldiers watched in disbelief. The Vorak panicked. The Beastmaster realized his control was broken, and Ryan understood one thing clearly. The unexpected war had only begun, but he had just changed everything. As the platform lights glowed beneath them, a new fear grew among the Vorak. They had trusted the Titan beast to break human defenses, but now the creature leaned into the gentle touch of a simple human. Ryan felt its breath steady, slow, almost peaceful. He knew this moment would not last. The Beastmaster's soldiers moved quickly, preparing to reclaim the creature by force. Human troops prepared to fire as well, afraid the monster might turn wild again. Ryan stood between all of them, one hand on the creature's warm scales, the other raised as if he could stop a war with a single gesture. His heart pounded, but his voice remained steady. "Do not attack," he said softly. "It is listening." The Titan beast's tail curled close to him in a protective way, surprising everyone. Even in the rising tension, Ryan felt certain this creature did not want destruction. It wanted freedom. It wanted understanding. And Ryan realized that his strange connection with it was only the first step in something far greater. Everything was now different. Ryan stood close to the Titan beast, feeling its warm scales rise and fall under his hand. The battlefield around them was still loud, filled with alarms, shouts, and weapon fire, but somehow the space near Ryan and the creature felt calmer, like a bubble untouched by war. The Vorak soldiers hesitated to shoot. Human soldiers did the same. Everyone could see the same strange sight, the fiercest monster in the galaxy resting gently beside a quiet human. The Beastmaster clenched his fists in disbelief. His control device glowed red as he tried again and again to force the Titan beast to obey, but nothing happened. The creature did not respond. Instead, it lifted its head slightly and pressed its forehead against Ryan's arm, almost like it wanted comfort. Ryan felt another pulse through his body, the same echo he had felt earlier. It was warm and deep, like a heartbeat that did not belong only to him. Ryan knew he could not stay in the open forever. Soldiers on both sides were nervous, and the Beastmaster looked ready to attack to regain control. Ryan whispered to the creature, unsure whether it understood his words or only his feelings. "We need to move. Come with me." The Titan beast lifted itself slowly, its movements heavier but calm. It followed Ryan toward a sealed hangar. Human soldiers stepped back quickly, still unsure whether the creature might change. But it walked carefully, as if trying not to scare them. When the hangar doors closed behind them, the sound of war outside dimmed to a distant rumble. Inside, engineers and officers stared with wide eyes. A few aimed their weapons, but Ryan raised his hand. "Please, don't shoot, it won't hurt anyone." An officer spoke first, voice shaking. "How do you know that?" "I can feel it," Ryan said simply. "It doesn't want to fight." "Someone forced it." The officers exchanged doubtful looks. A huge holographic map flickered on the wall, showing Vorak ships closing in. No one had time for fantasies, but they could not deny the truth in front of them. The Titan beast lay down beside Ryan, curling its tail near his feet like a loyal creature. The commanding officer, Captain Lyra, stepped forward. She studied Ryan closely. "You calmed it. How?" Ryan shook his head. "I don't know. It's like it listens, like it knows me." Captain Lyra's expression softened. She had seen many strange things in her years, but never this. "We may not understand it now, but whatever connection you have, it might be the only thing keeping us alive." Outside, the Vorak fleet fired warning shots, shaking the station. The Beastmaster appeared on the main screen, his face twisted with rage. "Return the Titan beast now," he growled, "or your station will be destroyed." Captain Lyra glanced at Ryan. "What do you want to do?" Ryan looked down at the creature. Its golden eyes watched him calmly, waiting. He felt something again, an image in his mind. Not words, not thoughts, just a feeling of cold metal, chains, and fear. The creature had been controlled for years, maybe its whole life. It had never been free. It wanted freedom. It wanted a chance to choose its own path, and somehow it trusted Ryan to give it that chance. Ryan spoke slowly. "If we give it back, the Vorak will use it to kill thousands, maybe more. We can't let that happen." The captain understood, but she also knew the danger. Keeping it means the Vorak will attack harder. They won't stop. "They were never going to stop," Ryan answered quietly. The Beastmaster's voice boomed from the screen. "Last warning. Return my creature now." The Titan beast growled, loud and deep, shaking the floor. It stepped forward and pressed its head gently against Ryan's shoulder. The message was clear. It had already chosen. Ryan looked at the captain. "We need to escape, the creature and I both." Captain Lyra hesitated only a moment, then nodded. "I'll buy you time. There's an old cargo ship in Hangar 3. It's small but fast. Take it. Avoid the front lines. If the beast can help, do whatever you can." The plan was dangerous and rushed, but it was the only option. Engineers cleared the corridors while Ryan guided the Titan beast toward the old ship. The creature followed closely, surprising everyone with how quietly it moved for its size. When they reached the hangar, the cargo ship rested on a dim platform. Rust showed along its sides. It was old but functional. Ryan placed his hand on the ship's warm metal hull. "We're really doing this," he whispered. The Titan beast crouched beside the ship, fitting inside only by lowering its body. Ryan climbed into the pilot's seat, his heart racing. He was not a pilot, but he remembered basic training. The ship hummed to life, lights flickering on around him. Before the hangar doors opened, Captain Lyra appeared on the comm screen. She looked tense but hopeful. "Ryan, whatever happens, remember that you changed the course of this war. Protect the creature, and yourself." Ryan nodded. "Thank you for trusting me." The hangar lights turned red. The doors slid open. Space stretched out before them, filled with streaks of weapon fire and flashes of battle. The Titan beast growled softly, sensing danger but also ready. "Let's go," Ryan said, gripping the controls. The cargo ship launched into open space, flying low and fast. Vorak fighters darted nearby, but the Titan beast raised its head inside the ship, releasing a low rumble that shook the hull. Strangely, nearby fighters slowed, their pilots startled. It gave Ryan a small opening, just enough to speed past them. But the Beast Master was not finished. His voice crackled through every channel. "You cannot run. That creature belongs to me." Ryan felt the Titan beast press against his back gently, as if saying it was ready for whatever came next. The ship sped toward the dark stretch of uncharted space. Behind them, the Vorak fleet grew smaller. Ahead of them, only stars and uncertainty. Ryan took a deep breath, knowing life would never return to what it was. Everything was now different. The cargo ship moved through the dark stretch of space, its engines humming softly. Ryan sat in the pilot's seat, watching the stars blur past. For the first time since the war began, the world outside the windows seemed quiet. But inside the ship, Ryan's heart beat fast. He knew the Vorak could still track them. He knew the Beast Master would never stop searching for the Titan beast. Yet for now, they had a small moment of safety. The Titan beast lay curled in the cargo hold, its massive body taking most of the space. Its golden eyes glowed gently in the dim lights. Ryan felt its presence like a warm pulse in the air, steady and calm. He kept glancing back at it, still unsure how any of this was possible. "You okay?" he asked quietly. The creature blinked slowly, almost like a nod. Ryan smiled at the response, even though the situation was far from safe. Somehow the creature seemed peaceful near him, as if he were the first person in its life who had treated it gently. But Ryan knew they needed a plan. They couldn't fly forever. They needed a place the Vorak would not expect. He opened a star map, but most nearby systems were dangerous, empty, or under Vorak control. He felt another pulse from the creature, stronger this time, like a gentle nudge in his mind. Ryan turned his head. "Do you want to go somewhere?" he whispered. The Titan beast lifted its head slightly. Ryan felt a picture, not clear, but a sense of something. A quiet place. Rocks, warm sun, not human, not Vorak, a world far from everything. A memory, a home. Ryan typed into the navigator the rough direction he sensed. The ship scanned the area and highlighted a small, uncharted planet far beyond normal travel routes. A perfect hiding spot. "All right," Ryan said softly. "We'll go there." The ship changed course. As they flew deeper into quiet, untouched space, Ryan felt a strange comfort growing between him and the Titan beast. The creature breathed in soft, steady waves, almost like it was resting for the first time in many years. Hours passed. Ryan ate small emergency rations while checking the ship's systems. The Titan beast didn't seem to need food yet. It watched him calmly, tracing his movements with warm eyes. Ryan wondered how much intelligence it had. Could it think clearly? Could it understand him completely? Or was the bond they shared something deeper, beyond words? Ryan didn't know, but the connection felt real, strong, and alive. Suddenly, sharp alarms filled the cockpit. A red signal flashed. A Vorak scout ship had detected their trail. Ryan cursed under his breath and pushed the engines harder. The cargo ship shook as it accelerated, but the Vorak ship was faster. It closed in behind them, firing bright streaks of energy. The shots missed by only a few meters. The Titan beast growled, rising to its feet in the hold. Ryan felt its anger ripple through the air. "I know," he said through tense breaths. "They found us." The scout ship fired again, hitting the cargo ship's shields. Sparks flew across the panels. Ryan struggled to keep the ship steady. Then he felt something, another warm pulse from the Titan beast. A wave of emotion filled the ship, not rage, not fear, focus. The creature pushed its head toward the side of the ship, breathing heavily. Its eyes glowed brighter. Ryan didn't understand at first, but then the sensors flickered. A strange energy field formed around the cargo ship, thin but spreading outward like a protective wave. The Vorak scout ship suddenly slowed. For a moment, its engines stuttered. Then its weapons dimmed as if something invisible pressed against them. Ryan stared in disbelief. You can do this." The Titan beast growled again, its voice deep and powerful. Ryan sensed that this ability had always existed, but the Beast Master had forced it to use its power only for destruction. Now, for the first time, the creature used its strength to protect. "Hold it," Ryan whispered. "Just hold it a little longer." The scout ship struggled against the pressure. Engine lights flickered. The pilot tried to break free, but the invisible force only tightened around it. With one final surge from the Titan beast, the scout ship spun out of control and drifted into an asteroid field nearby. Ryan watched on the screen as it collided with a large rock and exploded in silence. The cargo ship floated in stillness. Ryan let out a long breath, shaking. "You saved us." The Titan beast lowered itself again, tired but calm. Ryan walked to the hold and placed a hand on its head. "Thank you, really." The creature leaned gently into his touch. For a moment the war felt far away, but the Beast Master would learn of the scout's destruction, and he would come. Ryan returned to the cockpit and kept flying toward the hidden planet. Hours later, a glowing sphere appeared ahead, a small, warm-looking world wrapped in golden clouds. It wasn't on any major charts, the perfect place to hide. The ship entered the atmosphere, shaking lightly as clouds parted to reveal wide plains, tall cliffs, and deep red forests. The sky glowed orange, giving the world a peaceful, ancient feeling. Ryan guided the ship toward a flat valley near a calm river. When they landed, the Titan beast stepped out carefully. The soft ground sank under its heavy weight. It looked around slowly, breathing deeply. The wind brushed its scales. For the first time, Ryan saw something like happiness in its eyes. "Is this your home?" he asked. The creature blinked slowly. The feeling Ryan sensed was not exactly yes, more like this place reminded it of somewhere safe, somewhere it once knew. Ryan walked beside it as warm air moved around them. The valley was quiet. The river made soft sounds. Sunlight hit the creature's scales, making them shine like burnished metal. For the first time since the war began, Ryan felt a sense of peace. But the peace did not erase the truth. The Vorak would search the galaxy. The Beast Master would grow angrier. The bond between Ryan and the Titan beast was powerful, but they barely understood it. And the creature's abilities were greater than he had imagined. Ryan looked at the sky. "This is only the beginning," he whispered. The Titan beast lowered its head beside him, steady and calm. They were safe for now. But the real danger was still coming. The valley stayed quiet as the sun dipped lower, leaving the sky painted in warm orange light. Ryan sat on a flat rock near the river, watching the Titan beast rest beside him. The creature's massive body rose and fell slowly, its breath steady and peaceful. It seemed almost like a harmless animal now, not the nightmare weapon the Vorak had used for years. Ryan dipped his hand into the cool water and let it run through his fingers. "I still don't know why you listened to me," he said softly. The Titan beast opened one golden eye, blinking slowly as if answering without words. Ryan felt the warm echo again, gentle, familiar, like the creature's emotions brushed lightly against his own. "You trust me," Ryan whispered. "That's strange, isn't it? I'm just a person, just Ryan." The creature shifted slightly, lowering its head closer to him. Ryan placed a hand on its snout, the scales smooth under his fingertips. Even after everything they had survived together, it still amazed him how calm the beast became under his touch. The peace of the planet made Ryan forget the war for a moment. Soft winds carried the sound of distant animals. Lights sparkled on the river. He almost believed they could stay here forever, but deep down he knew better. The Vorak would not stop. The Beast Master would not let his prized weapon go, and sooner or later they would find this place. Ryan stood slowly. "We need to prepare." The Titan beast raised its head, watching him closely. Ryan looked out across the valley, imagining what would happen if Vorak ships descended here. They would burn everything. They would capture or kill the creature, and they would not hesitate to destroy Ryan. He walked a few steps away, thinking. He had no army, no weapons, no plan, but he had something the Vorak didn't understand. He had the Titan beast's trust, and he had the strange connection between them. Ryan began testing the bond. He stood a few meters away from the creature and closed his eyes. He breathed slowly, trying to sense the echo he felt before. After a few moments, he felt it, a warm pulse in the air. "Can you hear me?" He asked quietly in his mind. A gentle sensation answered him. The creature lifted its head, turning toward him. Ryan opened his eyes, surprised. You really can? You hear me even without words? The Titan beast rose to its feet, walking closer. Its golden eyes watched him with a softness he didn't expect. Ryan felt a surge of warmth, almost like gratitude. Maybe we can use this connection, Ryan said. Maybe we can help each other. They spent hours practicing. Ryan focused his mind, gently sending feelings, calm, trust, direction. The Titan beast responded more smoothly with each attempt, moving when he asked, stopping when he felt concern, lowering its head when he shared comfort. The connection grew stronger, clearer, like two threads slowly weaving together. As night fell, Ryan created a small campfire with supplies from the ship. The flames flickered gently, casting warm light across the valley. The Titan beast lay beside him, its tail curled protectively around the area. Ryan leaned back, staring at the stars. Do you think the Vorak will find us soon? He asked quietly. The creature let out a low rumble, a sound that felt like uncertainty. Ryan sighed. Yeah, I feel the same. He remembered Captain Lyra's words. He remembered the fear in the Beast Master's voice when he saw the creature choose someone else. The Vorak leader had probably never lost control before. Losing the Titan beast would have wounded his pride, his authority, his identity. That kind of man did not forget. That kind of man hunted until the end. Ryan pushed away those thoughts and looked at the creature beside him. We'll be ready. The Titan beast breathed out slowly, warm air brushing the grass. The next morning, Ryan woke to the sound of soft thunder. He sat up quickly, alarmed. The sky was clear. There were no storm clouds, but the ground trembled. The Titan beast rose instantly, alert. Ryan climbed onto a small hill for a better view. At first he saw nothing unusual, but then the earth trembled again. Birds scattered from the tall trees. Small animals sprinted across the plains. Something large was coming. Ryan tensed, but the Titan beast stepped in front of him protectively. That alone told Ryan it was not Vorak forces. The creature sensed emotions and danger long before he could. The ground split slightly as something emerged from the forest. At first Ryan thought it was another monster. Huge, tall, reptilian like the Titan beast, but with green crystal-like skin. The valley felt different now. The air itself held a quiet energy as the Titan beast stood beside the newly arrived creature. Ryan watched both giants carefully. Even though the larger creature towered above the Titan beast, their interaction felt calm, almost gentle. They moved with slow, careful motions, as if recognizing each other after a long time. Ryan stepped forward slightly. The ground still vibrated under the weight of the newcomer, but the creature did not act hostile. Instead, it lowered its head again, breathing softly through its nose. Warm air washed over Ryan, carrying a strange scent, earth, sun, and something ancient. Ryan held still, trusting the Titan beast's calm presence. The Titan beast nudged him lightly with its snout, encouraging him. Ryan reached out one hand, slowly, giving the newcomer time to react. The creature sniffed his palm, then surprisingly leaned forward a little, allowing Ryan to touch its crystal-like scales. They felt cool and smooth, almost like polished stone warmed by sunlight. You're beautiful, Ryan whispered, amazed. The giant creature blinked slowly, as if accepting the compliment. Ryan sensed something, a deep emotion shared through the Titan beast. It was not fear or anger. It was recognition, memory, and sorrow mixed together. You're from the same species, Ryan said softly. Maybe the last of your kind. The Titan beast lowered its head, showing a sadness that Ryan could feel through their bond. The new creature responded with a gentle rumble, like a comforting sound. Ryan stepped back, letting them face each other fully. The two beasts touched foreheads, a soft and powerful moment. Ryan felt the emotion flow through the air. They understood each other. They were not just creatures bred for war. They were living beings with history, family, and loss. But the peaceful moment did not last. The sky flickered once, then again. Ryan looked up sharply. Thin lines of distant light appeared far above the clouds, not natural, not stars. What is that? He whispered. The Titan beast lifted its head instantly, growling low. The newcomer did the same. Ryan felt the sudden shift in both creatures. Fear? No, not fear. Warning. Ryan ran to the small hill he had climbed earlier. When he reached the top, he saw the truth. 3 Vorak scout ships were entering the upper atmosphere. Small, fast, impossible to fight with a simple cargo ship. They had found the trail. And if scouts were here, a full fleet would not be far behind. Ryan's heart pounded. They found us. The Titan beast growled again, louder this time. The newcomer responded with a roar that rolled across the valley like thunder. Birds scattered, small creatures ran to hide, the ground itself trembled. The Vorax ships flew lower, scanning the terrain. Ryan ducked down and ran back toward the beasts. They're searching, they'll call the beast master. The Titan beast stepped beside him protectively. The newcomer positioned itself on the other side, forming a shield with their bodies. Ryan swallowed hard. What do? We can't fight ships. But then something unexpected happened. Ryan felt the Titan beast's emotions rise, focus, strength, and an old power stirring deep inside. The newcomer felt the same. Their eyes glowed brighter, almost radiant. Ryan felt a pulse, not in his mind, but in the ground itself. What are you doing? He whispered. The Titan beast lifted its head toward the sky. The newcomer mirrored the motion. They released a combined roar, shaking the valley so hard that dust lifted into the air. Ryan staggered back, covering his ears. The roar wasn't just sound. It was energy. A wave rippled upward, an invisible barrier rising from the valley floor and shooting into the sky like a shield. The Vorax scout ships flew into it and stopped, completely frozen in midair. Engines whined, lights flashed, but they hung motionless, trapped in the invisible field. Ryan stared with wide eyes. Both of you can do this. The Titan beast turned its golden eyes toward him. Through the bond, Ryan felt a message, not words, but meaning. We protect, not only destroy. The newcomer completed the barrier, its crystal scales glowing brighter. The trapped ships flickered with sparks. Pilots inside them struggled, trying to break free. Ryan felt awe building inside him. He never imagined these creatures held such power. The Beast Master had used them like weapons, but had never understood what they truly were capable of. But the energy field began fading. The newcomer trembled slightly. The Titan beast growled, struggling to hold the shield. Ryan felt their exhaustion through the bond. They can't hold it for long, he realized. We need a plan. The scout ships cracked through the weakening field. One broke free with a loud boom and shot upward, likely sending a location signal. Ryan's face went pale. They sent our position. The Beast Master knows. The Titan beast lowered its head, breathing hard. The newcomer stepped back, equally tired. Their bodies shook slightly from the strain. Ryan ran to them, placing a hand on the Titan beast's snout. It's okay. You did great. But we need to move. We can't let them trap us here. He looked at the newcomer. Can you come with us? The giant creature let out a soft rumble, not a refusal but uncertainty. Ryan understood. Leaving the planet might be dangerous for it. This world might be the last safe place for its kind. Ryan placed his hand on its scales gently. Then stay hidden. We'll draw them away from here. The newcomer blinked slowly, then lowered its head in agreement. Ryan turned to the Titan beast. We have to go. We need to escape before the fleet arrives. The Titan beast stepped close, its body already leaning toward him, ready to protect. Ryan rushed back to the cargo ship, powering its engines. The beast climbed in carefully, though its movements were slower from exhaustion. Before closing the hatch, Ryan looked back at the newcomer. The giant creature stood tall, watching them with glowing eyes. It let out one final, powerful call, a sound that echoed with strength, warning, and hope. Ryan nodded. We'll come back, I promise. The hatch closed. The cargo ship launched into the sky, rising fast. Vorax ships appeared behind them more than before, chasing like shadows. Ryan gripped the controls, heart pounding. The Beast Master was coming. And this time, he would not stop until everything Ryan cared about was destroyed. The cargo ship shot through the upper atmosphere, engines shaking as Ryan pushed them harder than they were ever meant to go. The Titan beast lay in the main hold, breathing loudly, still tired from creating the massive energy shield with the other creature. Ryan kept glancing back, worried. You rest, he whispered. I'll get us through this. But the sky behind them already burned with bright streaks. The Vorax fleet had arrived. Long, sharp ships broke through the clouds like angry blades. Smaller fighters moved in wide circles, closing around the cargo ship. At their center, a dark and towering ship descended slowly. Its thick metal shell reflected no light. Its engines growled like a beast. The Beast Master had come. Ryan felt a cold pressure in his chest, a fear he had never felt before. He knew the Beast Master was dangerous, but this time the man's voice came through the comm system, filled with furious calm. You have taken what belongs to me. You cannot run anymore. Ryan swallowed and stayed silent. He focused on flying through weaving lines of fighters, dodging their shots by only a few meters. Sparks lit up the ship's exterior. Every turn felt harder as the Vorax tightened their formation. Inside the hold, the Titan beast pushed itself up, growling softly. Ryan felt its exhaustion. It was strong, powerful, but not invincible, not now. The beast master spoke again. "Return my creature and I will spare your life." Ryan let out a short, disbelieving laugh. "You've never spared anyone." There was a quiet pause, then the beast master answered in a colder voice. "Then you will die with it." A powerful energy beam shot past the cargo ship, shaking it violently. Ryan lost control for a moment. The Titan beast roared angrily from the hold, sensing danger. Ryan steadied the controls. Just a little more. "We need distance." But deep down, he knew they had no escape. This ship was too slow. The Vorak fleet was too large, and the beast master had waited too long for revenge to let them go. The Titan beast slowly crawled toward the cockpit, ignoring its pain. Its warm presence filled the ship again. Ryan looked back at it, feeling the connection stronger than ever. "We can't run," he said quietly. "They're faster." The Titan beast pressed its head against Ryan's shoulder. A strong memory surged through their bond, a feeling of standing between mountains, of calling thunder, of protecting a world. The creature was not showing him an attack. It was showing him purpose. "You're not made for war," Ryan whispered. "You're made to protect." Another powerful beam hit the ship's rear, sparks flying. The alarms blared. Ryan knew they had seconds left before another hit ended everything. He stood up slowly, turning to face the Titan beast. "I think I understand now." The Titan beast lowered its head, golden eyes glowing softly. Ryan placed his hands on each side of its massive snout. "Let's protect each other." A sudden burst of heat rushed through the air, warm, bright, alive. For a moment, Ryan saw nothing but golden light. The connection between him and the Titan beast reached its peak. The creature's heartbeats echoed through his own chest. His thoughts blended with its emotions. Then the light faded, leaving Ryan standing beside the creature, breathless. Outside the ship, the Vorak fighters suddenly slowed, as if sensing something powerful awakening. The Titan beast stepped back into the main hold, lowering its body. The hatch at the rear of the ship opened slowly, shaking in the wind. Ryan realized what it wanted. "You're going out there," he said softly. "Aren't you?" The Titan beast looked at him with deep warmth. Ryan's voice broke. "Be careful." The creature nudged him gently, like a final thank you, then leaped out of the cargo ship into open sky. The fall was long, but the Titan beast spread its limbs wide. Energy rippled around it. Its scales glowed, brighter and brighter, turning its body into a streak of burning gold rushing toward the Vorak fleet. The Beastmaster shouted over the comm, panic finally cracking his voice. "Stop it! Control IT!" But his commands held no power now. The Titan beast roared, a sound that echoed across the sky like thunder tearing through mountains. The roar spread outward in a wave of pure energy. Fighters were thrown in every direction. Some engines shut down instantly. Others spiraled out of control. The sky itself seemed to bend under the force. Ryan watched from the cockpit, eyes wide, heart pounding. He had never seen anything so powerful, so beautiful, so free. The Titan beast crashed onto the lead Vorak battleship, shattering its hull. Energy poured from its body, not as a weapon, but as a shield, pushing enemy ships away, forcing them backward, driving them from the planet's airspace. The Beastmaster screamed orders from his flagship, but it was useless. His fleet broke formation. His control was gone. The Titan beast lifted its head and roared again, sending a final shockwave that split the flagship's engines. The Beastmaster's ship exploded in a bright burst of fire and debris. Silence followed. The remaining Vorak ships panicked and fled into space, engines flaring as they jumped away. Their leader gone, their living weapon lost, they had no reason to continue the fight. Ryan stood in the cockpit, stunned. They had won. But the victory came with a painful question. Where was the Titan beast? Ryan rushed to the hatch and looked out. Smoke curled through the sky. Broken parts of Vorak ships fell like small meteors. He searched the valley below, the cliffs, the trees. Then he saw it. The Titan beast lay on a flat ridge, breathing heavily. Its glow had faded. Its body was still, exhausted beyond anything Ryan had seen before. Ryan climbed down and ran across the valley until he reached it. He placed his hands on its warm scales. "You did it," he whispered. "You saved all of us." The Titan beast opened its golden eyes one more time. Ryan felt a calm emotion spread through the bond, peace, gratitude, and a soft farewell. Ryan's chest tightened. "Don't go, please." But the creature slowly closed its eyes, breathing slowing to a gentle rhythm. It wasn't dying. It was resting, falling into a deep, long sleep, the kind that ancient creatures entered after using too much power. Ryan leaned against its side and closed his eyes. "I'll be here when you wake up." The valley was quiet now. The war had ended. The Beast Master was gone. And Ryan, a simple wildlife researcher, had helped save an entire world, not with weapons, not with armies, but with kindness strong enough to tame the fiercest monster in the galaxy. He looked at the sky, full